What's up, guys? I'm Just Eyes, and welcome to day one of the daily No Nut November upload series. I'll be uploading a video every single day in the month of November, and today is day one. Guys, it's that time of the month again. You already know it is November, which means that it is No Nut November once again. Now, in this video, I'm going to be giving you guys 3 tips to get you guys started, and 3 tips that's going to help you along the way in this No Nut November journey. Okay? With that being said, let's get into it. The first tip is that it is okay to fail. A lot of you guys are coming into this challenge for the first time, or maybe this is your 3rd time, 5th time, whatever time, right? But something that you need to realize is that most of us who has grown up, watching P and then just always, right? Now you're all of a sudden expected to just go cold turkey and to just stop, right? From 0 to 30. Is that realistic for most people? Probably not. And that means that you're probably going to fail along the way, which is actually totally fine. But what you need to do afterwards is even more important, and that is to forgive yourself. Because trust me, it is easier to hate yourself and to blame yourself that, I shouldn't have done it, I regret it, I wish that I could go back, than to tell yourself that, hey, I know what you did sucked, but it's okay, don't give up, keep moving, and try again, right? Because it is easier to always put the blame on yourself. But when you do forgive yourself, it doesn't mean that you're admitting defeat or you're saying that I'm going to throw the towel in, right? What this means is that you're learning from your mistakes and that you're acknowledging that you did make a mistake, but that you will do better next time. So it's very important that you guys forgive yourself and to realize that failing is okay, and failing is actually part of the journey long term. Because then what happens is that you should be failing less and less, and eventually in the future, you'll realize that it really isn't about the streak and that this is just like a fun month to get people introduced into what NoFap really is. So the second tip that I have for you guys is your mindset, your mentality. What are you heading into NoFap with? The type of mindset that you have can absolutely change the way that you think on a daily basis and the way that you can approach No Nut November. You have to have a positive mindset. You have to have something bigger that you're working towards. You have to believe in yourself, but you also have to have something that is higher that you're working towards, right? Because without that external purpose, you're just doing this for no reason. And when you don't have a reason behind the reason why you do NoFap, then the whole thing just kind of comes apart, and that you will most likely succumb to temptation and relapse again. So you have to have something that you're working higher towards. Let's say you're sexually transmitting this energy so that you save it for your job, for your work, for making YouTube videos, right? Whatever it is, you have to use that to give yourself that boost, that motivation that you otherwise would have lost that if you were to just relapse. So you have to have something higher that you're working towards, and keep a positive mindset. Change the way that you look at these things, and to realize that it is going to be okay and that you're going to give it your best. Now, the third and last tip that I'm going to give to you guys is accountability. It is important to be accountable during this month, so my suggestion is to get a friend who's going to do this with you. Pause. Now, what this means is that you two keep each other accountable. You don't have to check in every single day, but it is important to be honest, right? Once you have someone along with this journey, it makes things a lot easier. Because when you're by yourself on this journey, trust me, this can get very, very hard, and basically, at least in my experience, like I fail like 99% of the time. But when I do have someone who is accountable or someone who understands that this is what I'm going through, then it does make things easier. Just like in all aspects of life, you have to have people around you that support you and people who make you into a better person. So this is like one step of that. So you need people who can keep you accountable and people who can keep you in check, and that you're also helping them, right? Maybe they didn't know about this, but then now you two can work together, and ultimately this is to destroy a bad habit, which is, watching the pee and also, sometime, right? Again, I think that this is just like a quick introduction, as in like this whole month, right? But the long-term damages that it does affect you, right? Spike dopamine, unrealistic expectations. You're looking at the world differently. You start to act a little bit weird, right? You're a freaking gooner, right? I mean, come on. Like, we all know the gooner's reputation among the world and stuff like that, right? You don't want to be known as a gooner. So these things will help you out. Trust me, I'm going to apply these tips for myself. And, knock on wood this month, but I really do think that I can go far for this month. But again, if I do go on to fail, then I am going to forgive myself, because that is going to be okay. But again, I've been on this journey for years and years and years, and I've always failed, but I feel like I'm also going to do good this year. I'm going to apply these tips for myself as well, along with a couple more things that I'm also going to talk about in another video. But hopefully these 3 tips can get you started, and they can keep you motivated to keep going, because trust me, it is going to be worth it in the long run, and you're going to thank yourself in the future. So with that being said, guys, thank you for watching this video. If you did go on to enjoy, subscribing to the channel would mean a lot to me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.